Hello everyone, welcome back, and today I would like to cover something I just saw that was interesting. So I was scrolling around on YouTube, and I saw something about apparently the nation's cell phone service was out for a day. So I did a quick search and landed on the world's cesspit, aka Twitter, aka X. So let's go and see some of the shit that's going on.
Everybody keep complaining and shit,
This
bruh.
is unacceptable.
This is crazy because I can't even get a text message or a phone call out.
But
Yeah.
sir, what do you want me to do? Like, what the hell, man?
Hey, I know it's not your fault, but the problem matter is
No, it is his fault.
How is it my fault?
He needs to fix it.
we've got an issue here with AT&T. I can't get a phone call or a text out. I'm
Yeah.
here in Maitland, Florida.
Sir, we're having an outage. Do you know what an outage means?
I can understand what an outage is.
So what the
However, why
fuck
is
do you
that
want
my
me to
problem?
do though? What
It's
do
not
you
my
want me to
problem.
do?
No.
You can't do anything. We got to talk to corporate. We got to talk.
Yeah, where's corporate? Because
Man, y'all can
our
call
kids have
corporate,
soccer practice.
Obama, Trump, Biden, whoever y'all want to, bro. Go to Verizon, go to some shit.
No, because this is unacceptable.
I don't want Verizon. I want AT&T.
Yeah,
So
we
look.
want AT&T.
How about this? How about you wait till that motherfucking outage is over and then go back today, bro? Cause I don't know what the fuck to tell y'all. Y'all stressing me out. I already don't get paid enough. So what the fuck do y'all
I
want
can
me to do?
tell.
It is what it is. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and get some chicken teriyaki over the channel.
And I hate TikTok, but yeah, he's absolutely right. He doesn't get paid enough. The old guy seems somewhat reasonable in that video, but the woman was just like, it's not his fault. This is a nationwide thing. And from what I'm seeing, what, and this caused a lot of chaos. Like, you guys are so reliant on your phones for what? I understand it's convenient. Yeah, I like having the internet in my pocket 24/7. I like having access to information, the world's wealth of information at the tap of my fingers. It's convenient. But we went from treating it like a tool and respecting it to letting it run our lives, and to be fair, most of us don't know what the fuck to do without it. Now let's go Fox, maybe. I'll read one from Fox and one from CNN. Okay, cell phone outage hits AT&T customers nationwide. No, we're not going to watch that. We're going to read it. Tens of thousands of AT&T customers were left without service for hours on Thursday for their home phone, internet, and mobile phone services, according to Down Detector. The outages started popping up just before 3:30 a.m. Eastern Time, according to a graph shown on the website that tracks outages. Just before 2 p.m. Eastern Time, the number of reports had declined drastically to nearly 4,900 after spiking at more than 73,000 just after 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Most users are still impacted. 51% say that they are having issues with mobile phone service. 40% of customers currently reporting being affected say they have no signal at all, and 9% of users say their mobile internet is down. Should get a stimulus check for this, one man wrote on the website. I lost my cell service at 5:56 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I was in the middle of working when I lost it, another commented. Some of our customers are experiencing wireless service interruptions this morning. Our network teams took immediate action, and so far, 3/4 of our network has been restored. We are working as quickly as possible to restore service to the remaining customers, AT&T said in a statement to Fox Business. No cause for the outage was given. A defense official told Fox News that there was no indication it was a cyber attack. The Federal Communications Commission said it was aware of the outages. We are aware of the reported wireless outages, and our Public Safety and Homeland Security Bureau is actively investigating, the FCC posted on Twitter. We're going to call it Twitter. We're not going to dignify it with that name. We're in touch with AT&T and public safety authorities, including FirstNet as well as other providers. The FBI was also aware of the outage when reached by Fox Business. The FBI is in contact with AT&T regarding today's network outage. We should learn of any malicious activity. Should we learn of any malicious activity, we will respond accordingly, an FBI spokesperson said. More reported locations of customers impacted are in the South and Southeast U.S. At 3:10 p.m. Eastern Time, AT&T said service had been restored. We have restored wireless service to all of our affected customers, the company said. We sincerely apologize to them. Keeping our customers connected remains our top priority, and we are taking steps to ensure our customers do not experience this again in the future. The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, said it was aware of the reports, and we are working closely with AT&T to understand the cause of the outage and its impacts, and stand ready to offer any assistance needed. Throughout the day, Down Detector also showed a spike in reported T-Mobile outages around 4 a.m. Eastern Time. A T-Mobile spokesperson told Fox Business they did not experience an outage and that their network is operating normally. Down Detector is likely reflecting challenges our customers were having attempting to connect to users on other networks, the T-Mobile statement reads. White House National Security Council spokesman John Kirby said AT&T indicated it had no reason to think the outages were part of a cyber attack. But again, to be careful, we won't know until an investigation has been completed, and obviously we're going to work from the federal level to assist the network providers in doing that to the best that we can, he told Fox Business, Edward Lawrence. Verizon had a similar explanation after some of their customers reported problems. Verizon's network is operating normally, a statement from Verizon to Fox Business said. Some customers experienced issues this morning when calling or texting with customers served by another carrier. We are continuing to monitor the situation. The Flagler County Sheriff's Office in Florida posted on Twitter at 5:18 a.m. local time that the residents were unable to call 911 due to an AT&T outage. They later updated to say, texts to 911 from affected AT&T users are now being received, and that people should text if they are unable to call. The office posted later on that residents were still having difficulty calling 911, but that officials were monitoring the rapid SOS system which they could use to see who is trying to call 911 and then call them back. We are aware of the reported wireless outages, and our Public Safety and Homeland Security Bureaus is actively investigating, the Federal Communications Commission said in a statement to Fox Business. We are in touch with AT&T and public safety authorities, including FirstNet, as well as other providers. Okay. So, in other words, basically what's happening is all the networks went out, people don't know what to fucking do because they're so used to their stupid little bricks of glass, and let's be honest, it's a valuable tool, but it's just that, a fucking tool. But I have to admit, not being able to call 911 is a big problem. You know what doesn't have that problem? Radios. Let's continue. And this is from CNN. AT&T's network went down for many of its customers across the United States Thursday this morning, leaving customers unable to place calls, texts, or access the internet. By a little over 3 p.m. Eastern Time, roughly 11 hours after reports of the outage first emerged, the company said that it had restored service to all impacted customers. "We have restored wireless service to all of our affected customers. We sincerely apologize to them," AT&T said in a statement. The company added that it is taking steps to ensure our customers do not experience this again in the future. Later on Thursday, AT&T said an initial review of the outage found it may have been caused by an error within the company and not a cyber attack. The Federal Communications Commission confirmed on Thursday afternoon that it was investigating the outage. The White House says the federal agencies are in touch with AT&T about network outages, but that it doesn't have all the answers yet on what exactly led to the interruptions. Although Verizon and T-Mobile customers reported some network outages too, they appear far less widespread. T-Mobile and Verizon said that their networks were unaffected by AT&T's service outage, and customers reporting outages may have been unable to reach customers who use AT&T. Thursday morning, more than 74,000 AT&T customers reported outages on digital service tracking site Down Detector, with service disruptions beginning around 4 a.m. Eastern Time. That's not a comprehensive number. It tracks only self-reported outages. Reports have been rising steadily throughout the morning, but leveled off in the 9 a.m. Eastern Time hour. By 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Down Detector data showed that some 25,000 AT&T customers still reporting outages. By 2 p.m. Eastern Time, fewer than 5,000 customers were still reporting outages. Earlier Thursday, AT&T acknowledged that it had a widespread outage, but did not provide a reason for the system failure. Some of our customers were experiencing wireless service interruptions this morning. We are working urgently to restore service to them, AT&T said in a statement at 11:15 a.m. Eastern Time. We encourage the use of Wi-Fi calling until service is restored. To set up Wi-Fi calling, users can go into their settings app on their phone. iPhone's users should tap cellular, and Android users should tap connection. And then the users will be prompted to turn on the Wi-Fi calling feature. AT&T says on its website that there is no extra cost for this feature. Once set up, Wi-Fi calling works automatically when you're connected to a Wi-Fi network that you choose. By late morning, AT&T said most of its network was back online, and it confirmed Thursday afternoon that service was fully restored. AT&T stock fell more than 2% Thursday, an outlier on a day when the market was rocketing higher. A faulty software update? AT&T has encountered sporadic outages over the past few days, including a temporary 911 outage in some parts of the southeastern United States. Although outages happen from time to time, nationwide prolonged outages are exceedingly rare. On Thursday, the company said it believed the massive outages was caused by an internal issue. Based on our initial review, we believe that today's outage was caused by the application and execution of an incorrect process used as we were expanding our network, not a cyber attack, AT&T said in a statement on its website. We are continuing our assessment of today's outage to ensure we keep delivering the service that our customers deserve. 1 second. I needed some water. According to an industry source who spoke on the condition of anonymity, the root of the outage appeared to be related to how cellular services hand off calls from one network to the next, a process known as peering. Though AT&T said the issue does not appear to be a cyber attack, U.S. cyber official tracking the AT&T outage told CNN on Thursday that they were investigating it. The U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, is working closely with AT&T to understand the cause of the outage and its impacts, and stands ready to offer any assistance needed, Eric Goldstein, the agency's executive assistant director for cybersecurity, said in a statement to CNN. Carriers are notoriously mum about why their networks go down. In the past, there have been construction accidents that have cut fiber optic cables, incidents of sabotage or network updates filled with bugs that became difficult to roll back. Outages often happen for mundane reasons, several telecom experts told CNN. Common causes include construction-related digging that punctures fiber optic cables, and software misconfigurations that can lead to interruptions, said T.J. Kennedy, a public safety communications expert. I can't think of every incident in the last few years, but I can think of things related to routers, things related to backhaul, things related to software, Kennedy said. This has happened across all major carriers multiple times in the past few years alone. Thursday's outage could have been caused by human errors in AT&T's cloud-based networking system, said Lee McKnight, an associate professor at the Syracuse University of Information Studies. A dirty secret of telecom networks these days is they are just a bunch of wires and towers connected to the cloud, quote-unquote, someone else's computer, McKnight said. Someone making the mistake and others on their team and their automated tools. Not catching it is quite common in cloud computing. God damn, my jaw is like, The FCC is investigating. The Federal Communications Commission confirmed Thursday afternoon that it is investigating the incident. We are aware of the reported wireless outages and our Public Safety and Homeland Security Bureau is actively investigating, the FCC said in a statement Thursday afternoon that was posted on Twitter. We are in touch with AT&T and public safety authorities, including FirstNet as well as other providers. The FCC requires carriers to report information linked to the network disruptions. Ahead of the news that the FCC was probing the outage, a former FCC official told CNN, the carriers are required to report their outage numbers over time, and the commission can track the number of customers and sell sites down and things like that. Fines may be possible in connection with 911 outages, although they aren't a certainty, said Blair Levin, a telecom policy analyst and another former FCC official. The FCC cares a lot more about the inability to connect with 911 than other types of calls, said Levin. It's a more serious problem from the FCC's perspective. Telecom carriers have every reason to fix any outages quickly, said the first former FCC official, because it creates black eyes for the brand. Everybody's incentives are aligned, the former official told CNN. Former official said. The FCC is going to want to know what caused it so that lessons can be learned, and if they find malfeasance or bad actions or just poor quality of oversight of the network, they have the latitude to act. Several local governments said AT&T's outage was disrupting their services. San Francisco's Department of Emergency Management said in a statement on X Thursday morning that its 911 center remained operational, but many AT&T customers were unable to reach the emergency line because of the outage. It suggested people call from a landline or find someone with a rival service to dial 911. Okay, that does not sound good at all. We are aware of an issue impacting AT&T wireless customers from making and receiving phone calls, including to 911, the department said in its post. We are actively engaged in monitoring this. The fire department in Upper Arlington, Ohio said that the AT&T outage was affecting its fire alarms. St. Joseph County, Michigan, advised residents to use Wi-Fi to place 911 calls if they can't reach 911 on AT&T's network. Cobb County, Georgia said its 911 operations remained unaffected by the outage, but noticed the customers may want to find alternate methods of reaching 911 emergency services. Cable County, West Virginia said customers that couldn't reach 911 could text 911 as a last resort. New York Police Department officials told CNN that they were not able to make calls or utilize emails on AT&T's phones Thursday morning unless they were connected to Wi-Fi. Massachusetts State Police warned people not to test their phone service by placing 911 calls. Many 911 centers in the state are getting flooded with calls from people trying to see if 911 works from their cell phone. Please do not do this, the state police said in a post on Twitter. If you can successfully place a non-emergency call to another number via your cell service, then your 911 service will also work. Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens, meanwhile, said the city is actively gathering information to determine how the city of Atlanta can assist in resolving the issue, in a statement posted on Twitter. Dickens said Atlanta's E911 is able to receive inbound and make outbound calls and encouraged AT&T customers to direct inquiries to restore service to the company. An AT&T spokesman said the company's FirstNet network has remained operational. FirstNet provides coverage for first responders and is advertised as a more robust network than the AT&T commercial network. It uses a mix of its own infrastructure plus AT&T's broader network. Its customers include police and fire departments as well as first responders during natural disasters. Verizon and T-Mobile say they're unaffected. There also have been about 1,000 outages reported by both Verizon and T-Mobile customers Thursday morning, the Down Detector website indicates. We did not experience an issue, T-Mobile said in a statement. Our network is operating normally. Verizon had a similar comment saying it was unaffected by AT&T's outage. Verizon's network is operating normally, Verizon told CNN in a statement. Some customers experienced issues this morning when calling or texting with customers served by another carrier. We are continuing to monitor the situation. Users' reports on Down Detector about a T-Mobile outage, the company added, are likely referring to challenges our customers were having attempting to connect to users on other networks. Down Detector offers real-time status information for over 12,000 services across 47 websites representing 47 countries, the website says. This story has been updated with additional developments and context. Okay, that's just who contributed. So basically what has been happening is people's cell phones have gone out. They're all bitching and complaining. And They don't know what to do without their poor old cell phone, which I'll admit, not being able to reach 911, as I said, is a problem. Fair point. But still, it's one of those things, it should be treated as a tool, it should be respected. And I understand why it's all over the place. However, there's a difference between the kind of person who views their cell phone as a tool and someone who walks around with it in their face, texting constantly. To be fair, I'm a little bit of both. I have somewhat walked around with it, but I'm not on it constantly either. Like, it's one of those things for me. But regardless, I can live without it. Is it convenient? Does it help? Absolutely. But I can live without my phone. Now the question is, can you? Alright, that's all for today. Reflect on this. Think about this. What does this mean if China decides they want to take us out? What if this was China? Please leave your thoughts in the comments, and thank you. Have a wonderful day.